All right. So we are going to begin seated tonight. We've got a nice flow that will just ease away all those aches and pains and niggles, and I'll leave you floating away on a lovely meditation at the end. So just finding yourself a comfortable space to sit, however you wish to sit. So legs in, legs out, legs up, legs down, however you fancy. Having your hands in a comfortable space. And we'll just take a few moments to bring ourselves to the present. Almost feels a bit odd practicing on a different day. Maybe you've not been at work, or maybe it's been a busy day with the family, or I don't know, with your animals or anything else, but maybe it's a bit different when you usually practice. We always want to come with our practice, or come to our practice, should I say, with a nice focused mind. And I always say with a beginner's mind as well. So even though maybe you've done the movements before, you've practiced breath techniques before, each time will feel different. Each time will have a different effect on your body, depending on how the day's been, how your mind's currently sitting, and how your body is feeling. So always coming to your yoga practice with focus and with a beginner's mind. And we're taking note now how you are this evening. Maybe taking a reflection of the week. Just asking yourself, is this the end of your week? Or is today the beginning of your week? I know sometimes people start on Sundays as their beginning of the week, and sometimes this is your end of the week, going into the new week. There's no right or wrong, just noticing how it feels. Are you leaving behind the week that's just gone? Do you feel empowered and almost excited for the week ahead? What's gonna be ahead of you? Is there anything that you can leave behind from last week? Maybe last week was a bit rubbish. Is there anything that you can just forget about and just go, okay, that's happened. Let's leave that behind. Just taking a moment just to kind of configure what's in your mind, what's happening, what's standing out for you. And just gently start to, you can keep your eyes closed, but we're just going to gently walk those hands forward into a nice little forward fold. Just reaching forward as far as feels comfortable. comfortable. Just reaching one side a little bit more than the other. And then switching, reaching the other side a little bit further. Just coming up onto the fingertips. And then just turning the chin down. Slowly walking those hands back up, taking those hands, pointing those fingers inwards. You're gonna lean back and just open up the chest. Maybe taking the chin up, really pushing forward as far as feels comfortable. If it feels good to you, you can take your legs out stretched as well, pointing through those toes. And then just coming back to a center position. Let's take an inhale, reaching those arms all the way out and up. Big stretch at the top. Interlace those fingers and push those palms away. A lovely deep breath in. As we exhale, take it over to one side. Coming back to center, taking it over to the other side. Back to center. Taking those hands down. Let's come into a twist. So taking one hand across the body, the other hand just comes to the side and coming around for a gentle twist, just waking up the spine. Going back around to center, let's switch sides. Cross on the other side and just gently coming round into a twist on the other side. And then just gently coming back to center. Let's take one hand down to the side, reaching the other hand up. Inhale and exhale as we take it over. Just remembering, just relax the shoulder down. Taking some lovely deep breaths. Opening up through the side of the body. If you notice that you're kind of leaning forwards, try and open up through that chest. And let's take it over to the other side. And releasing the arm, and there, taking our legs out lovely and wide. Now just checking it in and just noticing if your pelvis is tilting back slightly. I can notice mine is, so I'm going to just take my hand underneath my cheeks and just lift. If that doesn't work, you can take a pillow underneath you or a block or two if you've got them. You just want the pelvis is to be tilting forward. You can almost kind of lean forward rather than slouching back. Flexing through the toes. They're not pointing, I'm going to be flexing through those toes. We're going to take one hand across the inner thigh, the other maybe onto like where the knee area is, and then the other hand will come up and reach over. Keep flexing through those feet. Okay, let's switch sides. So other hand over the inner thigh, and then reaching over in the other direction. Coming back to center, we'll take a forward fold now. So don't worry if you don't get very far, it doesn't feel like there's much movement. Just releasing through the inner thighs, so taking a breath in. As we exhale, just walking those hands forward as far as feels comfortable. Again, just trying to flex through those feet. Just walking those hands gently back up. Drawing that right leg in towards the inner thigh of the left leg. Keeping flexed through that left leg. We'll take the right hand behind, left hand crosses the body onto that knee bent. Taking a breath in, as we exhale, we'll come into another twist. Use this hand on the leg just to pull you around. Just try and stay up nice and tall through the spine, not leaning backwards. Okay, just taking the body back round to center. We're going to frame foot on the left side now. Again, just making sure that pelvis is tilting forwards. The hands framing that leg, just gently using those hands to assist that body to face the leg. We're going to come down over the leg into a forward fold. If you've got a strap or something to hand, you could use that to help bring the toes back. But just walking those hands down wherever they go to. It doesn't matter. You can reach the toes, you can grab hold of the toes. If you're using something to hold on to, you can use that and pull yourself down. Or you can just have your hands simply at the sides. For your practice, so you just use anything you need to make your practice nice for you this evening. Walking yourself back up through to center. We're going to gently take the weight over to that right hip and we're going to slide that left leg back. So we're into that mermaid position now. Just making any adjustments that you feel to. We're going to take a almost a cross forward fold. So just coming over the front of this knee, we're going to take a breath in and we're going to then take a forward fold, reaching over the front knee. Okay, so from here, a little bit of a different movement to normal. We're going to come on, bring our weight over onto that front knee, onto all fours, and then extending that back leg out. Okay, so you can either have what I've done and lift that leg up, so stretch out through that front of the hip, or you can release that leg down, whatever feels comfortable for you. It's almost a bit like a pigeon pose, but not. And then just gently bringing that back knee back down, coming back onto that right hip. Right hand comes down. We're going to come up into our wild things. Okay. Just reaching up. Lovely. Just taking one more. Lovely. We're going to swivel those legs now. So taking the left leg in and the right leg is going to be the straight one. Okay, let's come into a twist on the other side. Crossing over the body and coming into a twist on the other side. Coming back around to center, framing the leg on the other side, flexing through the foot. Taking a breath in. As we exhale, we'll take a forward fold over that front leg. Coming back up to center, we'll come over onto that left hip, sliding that right leg behind, framing the front knee. We're going to take a forward fold over that front leg. So just reaching off to the other side. And then gently rolling yourself over onto the hands, onto that front leg, straightening out the back leg, and then just taking another big stretch into the hips, the hip flexors. Lovely, just taking some lovely deep breaths here. And then gently rolling yourself back onto that hip. We'll come into our wild thing. So your left hand by the side of your left leg, rolling forward, reaching back. And taking one more. Lovely. And then drawing the legs in towards one another. Just again, take a little shuffle around so that you are tilting forwards, bringing those toes together. Give your feet a little bit of a squish, a little bit of a massage if you don't mind your feet. And then whilst you are here, give the legs a little bit of a wiggle out, just opening up into those hips. Not to neglect our feet, and they are the things that are holding us up the most. Give them a lovely little squish. Lovely. Okay, drawing those legs in, let's come over onto all fours. Over onto all fours now, we'll come into our cat-cow. This is our time just to free flow, working out how the back wants to move. So you just do you for the next couple of minutes. Breathing and moving in a way that feels nice for your body. Lovely. Coming up onto the knees. We're going to take an inhale as we reach those arms all the way up. And we're going to circle them back and have our hands on the back of the lower back. Squeeze those elbows in towards one another. Take a lovely open chest here. Maybe a little lean back if that feels comfortable too. Okay, release those hands back down. If you've got something to hand, either a pillow or a block, place it in between your thighs now. And as you're in this movement, I want you to squeeze into your thighs, and that's just going to really help to activate through the pelvic floor. If you've got something, a bit in a mo. And let's inhale. If you've got something in between your thighs, just give it a good squeeze. Reverse those hands back. Hands to the lower back, squeezing those elbows back, but also squeezing into the block or the pillow between thighs. If it's comfortable, you could come up onto the toes, which activates into the glutes a little bit more as well. Releasing those hands down, releasing those toes, releasing the block or the pillow. Coming forwards onto all fours, we'll come up into a downward dog. We're just tucking those toes under. Taking an inhale as we exhale, let's lift into our downward dog. Just taking a lovely little pedal out of the feet here. And into those hands. And then coming into a forward fold. Keeping lovely soft knees. And just having a little sway here if that feels good. Gently bend through the knees and roll it up to stand. Rolling the shoulders at the top. 1 or 2 times. Lovely. Taking an inhale, reaching the arms all the way out and up. Taking a step forward to the fronts of your mat. And then taking a forward fold. Okay, a little halfway lift, hands to shins. Halfway lift. And then releasing all the way back down. We're going to step the right leg back. Okay, you can just turn it out about 45 degrees. I'm going to gently lift up into our warriors. I'm just going to come down a little bit more so you can see where my arms are. Lovely. The knee is tracking over the foot. Sometimes it wants to come inwards a little, but just push it back out, tracking over the foot. Lovely. Take an inhale, rise through the hands, straighten through the legs. Exhale, bending back down. Inhale, straightening back up. Exhale, bending back down. Take a little pivot forwards and back over that front leg. Just pivoting on that back foot. Okay, we're going to drop that back knee down. Step the left foot back. Super. Okay. Taking the weight forward over the hands, we'll release it all the way down. Hugging the elbows in towards the sides of the body. We'll come into our moving cobras. Taking an inhale as we slowly rise, head comes up last. Exhale, releasing down. And again. And then last time. Pushing it all the way back to all fours. And we're going to pause back into a wide leg child's pose. So just widen through those thighs, sinking down. And gently coming back to all fours. Back up into our downward dog. Again, just readjust here. Have a pedal out, stretching into those arms, into those legs. Okay, coming back into your forward folds. And you're rolling all the way up to stand. Giving the shoulders a lovely roll at the top. I'm going to come to the other side, so I'm not going to be facing my back to you. When we come into the next warrior, we come into the top of your mat. Taking a bend through the knees, inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Little halfway lift. Inhale here, halfway lift. And exhale as you forward fold. And this time, stepping that left leg back. Turning it out at a 45-degree angle towards the front. Gently lifting into your warriors. I'm going to take it a little bit wider again so I can get my arms in the camera. Just checking in with the knee that is not bowing in. Inhale as we straighten up, lifting the arms. Exhale, coming back down. Again, inhale, lifting up. Exhale, coming back down. One more time, inhale, coming up. Exhale, coming down, and then we're going to take a swing over the arms. Okay, dropping that back knee down. Taking the other leg back to an all fours position. And once again, taking the weight forwards and down to your front. Just have a little bit of a wiggle round. Taking hand over hand, and we'll come into our crocodile rest pose. The forehead comes down onto the hands. And just take a few breaths here. Gently coming into our Sphinx pose now. Just tucking the forearms in front. We're tucking into the front of the body, palms facing down, and almost like a kind of Sphinx model. We'll then almost pull forward into the hands and just gaze forwards for quite a stretch across the front of the tummy. Make sure you're pulling into the mat, you're pulling yourself forwards. If it's comfortable to, just watching your back. If it doesn't feel comfortable, just stick with the Sphinx. Spreading the fingers into the mat. You can start to push into the hands and straightening up through the arms. There's a lot more of a back bend. See how it feels for you. Releasing back down. Just taking those hands a little bit further back, elbows tucking in. Taking a breath in as we exhale, pushing all the way up and back into your wide leg child's pose. Just gently walking yourself back upright. We'll take a few lovely little shoulder rolls at the top. Squeezing the shoulders back. And then just gently making your way on to your back. Turning yourself around. Then releasing yourself onto your back. Okay, so just bending at the knees, feet on the floor. Try and put those shoulder blades down so your shoulders are away from the ears. Or just take a gentle sway into those hips. Gently bending the right leg in towards the body. Just hold it there with a hand or a strap. Gently start to straighten up through the bent leg into the air. You can gently, if it feels comfortable, to begin to straighten the other leg along the mat. Perhaps the foot that's in the air, you can just give that a lovely little circle around. Just working various muscles down the back and the front of the leg. Releasing that leg back down. Bending both legs once again. Taking the other leg into the body. Okay, begin to straighten through that top leg into the air. And if it's comfortable to straightening the other leg away from you. Circling through that top leg. And releasing that leg back down. Either keeping the legs bent or straight along the mat, doesn't matter, whatever's comfortable for your back. We're going to reach those hands into the air, palms facing together. We're going to take a inhale and open up through those arms, cactus arms, back onto the floor. So really allowing the shoulders to open, working down the biceps into the shoulders. I just want you to try and surrender in this movement. Maybe just having a little bit of a sway of the body, the legs into that upper body. Just trying to work those arms back onto the floor as much as you can. Really just to rest those legs over to one side, just allow the weight to go over to one side, but just keeping the other shoulder on the mat. And coming back to centre, over to the other side, so keeping the opposite shoulder down, but as you just try and bring the weight across to open up even more. And just coming back to center, releasing those hands just down by the sides of the body, palms facing up. Again, just tucking the shoulders underneath you, just trying to stay lovely and open through the chest. Just gently start to turn the head from side to side, nice and slowly. And then just coming back to center. You're just going to get yourself into your comfortable position, ready for your meditation. And with all meditations, I'm not going to wake you up at the end. So you just take as long as you want to in rest. Just taking a moment just to find that comfortable position for you to be in for your meditation. Okay, so this meditation is a visualization. Don't worry if you're not very good at visualizing, just listen to my voice and just follow along as best as you can. And if you can't, just enjoy laying and relaxing the body. First of all, just begin to relax your body. Just starting at the top of the head, just allowing a feeling of relaxation to begin. Feel the relaxation grow with each breath that you take. Take an inhale and relax your scalp and head. Exhale and just let the tension go away even more. Just breathe in relaxation. Just feeling your face and ears relax. And exhale all the tension. Just inhale, feeling your neck and shoulders relaxing. As you exhale, let all the muscles of your neck and shoulders release their hold. Just relaxing fully. Just breathe in, feeling relaxed. Just feeling the relaxation continuing to your arms and hands. Just breathing out the tension. Just breathing in relaxation. Just allowing your chest and upper back to relax. Just release the tension as you exhale. Inhale, feeling the relaxation flowing through your middle back and your stomach. Release the muscles of your back and stomach as you breathe out. If you take another breath, feel your lower back relaxing. And feel the tension leaving as you release the breath. Breathing in, relaxing your hips, relaxing your pelvis. Breathing out, relaxing even further. As you inhale, feel your upper legs relaxing. Let the muscles of your legs completely let go as you breathe out. Just taking another breath, drawing in relaxation all the way down to your feet. Let your legs go limp as you exhale. Continuing to breathe in relaxation, breathing out tension. Now you're feeling deeply, deeply relaxed. Deeply relaxed and calm. Begin to create a picture in your mind. Just imagine that you are floating on a soft, fluffy white cloud. Feel the surface beneath you become softer, more cloud-like. And feel the cloud rising out of the surface you are on, surrounding you in its protective support. And soon you are floating on just the cloud. Let it rise a little further, taking you with it. And see the walls and ceiling around you disappear as you float into the sunny sky, drifting on the cloud. Feel the cloud beneath you, soft but supportive. Feel the cloud supporting your whole entire body. Just notice each place where your body is touching the cloud. Feel how soft and comfortable the cloud is, almost floating in the air. Notice how the cloud feels. It might be a bit cool and moist, like fog. Your body is warm, very warm and heavy, sinking into the cloud. A wonderful, relaxing feeling. And start to create an image in your mind of where you are. You might be floating just barely above the ground. You can choose to float wherever you like. The sky above you is bright blue, sunny and inviting. You are warm and comfortable, warmed by the sun rays shining down peacefully. There are some other clouds in the sky floating gently. See them lazily passing by far above. Your cloud can float wherever you choose. If you enjoy being high up, you can let the cloud rise into the sky. It's very safe, very calming, very relaxing. You are so relaxed, floating on this cloud. Supported gently but firmly by your cloud. Surrounded by the cloud's protective embrace. See the sights around you as you are floating on a cloud. Imagine the green grass below gently blowing in the wind. And the grass recedes further away as you rise into the sky. From here, the grass looks like a soft carpet, the wind creating gentle waves in the grass as if it were water. And what else do you see? Perhaps some trees, leaves whispering in the breeze. You can gaze down on housetops, country roads, hills, mountains. From this amazing viewing point, you can see 360 degrees. The horizon stretches out in a complete circle around you. Notice in the distance how the hills appear almost blue, slightly hazy. How does it feel to be floating on a cloud? Does it sway gently like a boat on almost smooth water? Does it drift in the breeze? Can you feel the movement as you gently float on the cloud? It's feeling so comfortable, so relaxed, floating on this cloud. Just continue floating on the cloud, enjoying the sights around you. Up here, the air so clean. Look up at the beautiful sky. The clouds that were high above you are so much closer now. Some are so close you can almost touch them. Continue floating on a cloud, drifting, rising, even higher if you wish. The ground below you looks like a patchwork quilt, green grass, golden fields, yellow, brown, blue patches of water, rivers, lakes. See the clouds around you. You're even able to look down on some clouds. See the shadows they make on the ground below. Can you see the shadow from your cloud? See how the shadow drifts silently across the ground below. Just relax in this beautiful scene, floating on a cloud. You're so close now to another cloud above you that if you reached out, you can touch it. What would it feel like? You can even rise higher still and pass right through the clouds above. Feel the mists on your cheeks as you rise through the clouds. Around you a glorious white like fog. The sun shines through just enough. The white glows vibrantly. You rise higher still and suddenly coming through the clouds into a green, dazzling sunlight shining on your face. The sky above is brilliant blue. You can look down on the cloud you just passed and see the white fluffy peaks and the valleys of the clouds below, just looking like snow. Looking around below you as if above a land of snow. Sun shines brightly. Lay back on your cloud, floating, relaxing. Just feel the cloud beneath you still supporting you smoothly and comfortably. And just take your cloud wherever you wish, higher, lower, side to side. Just drift wherever you want to go. Enjoy the sights around you as you're flying wherever you wish. And just continue floating on a cloud, relaxing. Imagine where it is you would like to go. Your cloud can take you there. Maybe you want to float above the mountains, drifting above the rocky peaks. Perhaps you would like to drift along the coast of the ocean, watching the waves crash into the shore. You can travel anywhere you wish, looking down a forest, a countryside, even your home. Just enjoy the sights around you, enjoying floating on a cloud. You are so relaxed and so peaceful. And when the time is ready to, you can return to your day. You can just let your cloud take you there. Just feeling the cloud flying through the sky back to where you need to go. Just let your cloud lower you down back towards the ground. Just floating back to where you first started this visualization. When you're ready to, just let the cloud mold down into the bed or the chair or whatever surface you are on. Just feeling the cloud slowly disappear as the real surface becomes more solid beneath you. Beginning to notice your surroundings gradually coming back to the present. Just hearing the sounds around you, becoming more aware and alert. Continue to rest now for a few moments longer. And when you are ready to, taking as long as you need to, you can awaken in your own time. Just stay in there for as long as you would like. And then return into the present when you feel comfortable to.